I started as a home brewer, and at first I thought I was just going to save money, and then quickly learned that actually I'm not saving any money home brewing, and that the beer that I was making at home was actually quite good. And it's a hobby that just sort of got out of hand, and so now I do it for a living. It starts the night before I brew. I'll get the water prepared because it's mostly water, right? So I'll have to treat the water to make sure that it's ready for brewing with, get it to the right temperature, and that I'll leave overnight for that to happen. But then first thing in the morning, it's pretty much 3 steps that happen. The mash first, where we mix all the grain in with the hot water. During the mash, there are enzymes in the malt that break down all the carbohydrates into sugars. So that's the mash stand. Once the mash is over, then we've got to get all of that sweet, sugary liquid separated from the grain. And so we do what's called a lauter, where we basically drain off all the liquid and separate it from the grain. This liquid then goes into the copper, and we now call it wort. And in the copper, it's where we now boil it and add hops. The hops are for the bitterness. The boil happens for about an hour, and once the boil's done, we then transfer to the fermenter. We cool it on the way by passing it through an inline chiller, so that it's ready to accept yeast as soon as it gets into the fermenter. That's where the yeast makes the wort into beer. I just make wort and shepherd yeast. The yeast does all the work. It's then put into casks, and we cellar it for a few weeks, and then when it's ready, we tap those casks, connect it to our hand pumps, and serve it. Lager is just a German term for beer that's been stored for any kind of length of time. Pretty generalized way of differentiating between the two is they are fermented in different ways. So lagers mostly are fermented with a bottom fermenting yeast at colder temperatures and then stored for quite a while just to get all the flavors to balance out and to make a nice clean lager. Ales are fermented quite a lot warmer with top fermenting yeasts mostly, and they are ready fairly quickly. Ales we drink nice and fresh, but that is kind of oversimplifying it a bit. Each kind of business, whether it's the small local independent pub or the chain, has something to offer, and those offerings are normally quite different. So everyone has their place. If the biggest breweries in the world had focused on making pale ales instead of lagers, that would be the most popular drink. Yeah, that would be the norm. I don't think it's genuine preference. It's just what people are used to. My desert island beer. I don't know, actually. I like all kinds of beer. Yeah, I don't know. It's normally the one that I'm drinking at the time.